Why do we sit here being silent, watching our leaders turn into tyrants? Have they forgotten which side they're fighting for? Checks and balances set aside and rule of laws, youth and ours, and Constitution openly ignored. Man, I'm not okay. Think we are being played. Is it time for right and left to join a greater cause? Man, I'm not okay. The rich claim to be victimized just to attack the marginalized. Is 1% really worth more than all the sick and poor? Always preaching about fellowship while planning their dictatorship. Now we've seen how all of this plays out before. Man, I'm not okay. Think we are being played. Time for you and I to join our country's call. Man, I'm not okay. Ever wonder all the mystery? Why they whitewash our history? Keep dividing is their plan. All in all, such a scam. Algorithm very sly, only used to spread the lies. Politicians know well, hate is simple to upsell. Man, I'm not okay. Think we are being played. Time for you and I to join our country's call.
We are not okay. America is not okay, and we all know that. Former Congressman Joe Walsh, this is The Social Contract with Joe Walsh. Let's figure out how to get okay together. Hey, these are crazy times, right? I mean, think about it like this. You have a billion places you can go to get informed every day. You've got a gazillion podcasts, a gazillion people have Substacks. Pick your website, pick your TV show, pick your radio show, pick whatever, man. You can go anywhere to get informed. It's a big old marketplace out there. I can tell you what I try to do with this show is really pretty simple. I try to put things in front of you and I that I think are really important. And I try to explain to you why they're important, what they mean and why they're important. There's so much stuff out there, right? So much happening every day, right? And in the field I'm in, man, all I'd have to do every day is just yell, Trump. Trump's bad. Trump sucks. Trump did this. Trump did that. Every single day. There are so many people, many voices in the media, in political media who do that. I do plenty of that. I consider it a mission of mine because I believe Donald Trump is the very thing our founders feared. It's a mission of mine to explain what that is. So I do plenty of that, but I also try to make a point of not just yelling Trump sucks every day, but putting other things in front of you that I need to be aware of. Like 2 days ago, just this past Tuesday was primary day in about 12 states, including California. California got most of the attention, right? Big race for governor of California, big race for the mayor of Los Angeles. And most of the focus on what happened in California 2 days ago and is still happening is on those races and the fact that we don't know who won yet because California takes so gosh darn long to count their votes. And that's what everybody's fighting about and obsessed about. And that's important. And I may get to that today as well. But there's something else that happened on election day in California 2 days ago that you really need to be aware of, because what happened in California, I believe, is going to happen in spades in November around the country in the midterms. And it's really important to be aware of this, because what happened in California, what I'm about to show you, was just a preview of what that traitor in the White House wants happening in districts and states all over this country. ICE officials, those armed federal thugs, remember them? They were spotted outside of a few polling places in California, roaming around, driving around, trying to intimidate voters. We have, I think, one of the pictures or videos of, I don't know which, of ICE agents outside of a polling place in Simi Valley. Keith, do we have that shot? ICE agents, thanks, sir. ICE agents were caught outside of a Simi Valley polling place on election day. They were driving around in that darkened, unmarked van right outside the polling place, driving around for a few hours, trying to intimidate voters, just trying to be seen right outside a polling place in Simi Valley. They did this in a few polling places in California. You need to understand, thanks, Keith. We need to understand, because this is important. There's so much that happens all the time, every day, and a lot of it isn't important. This is really important, because this comes down to whether we're going to have free and fair midterms. We know right now Donald Trump and his people are looking at a blue tsunami. We've known for a year that Donald Trump, the president of the United States, is doing everything he can to fuck with another American election. And part and parcel to his strategy is to put ICE agents, armed federal agents, outside of polling places to keep certain people from voting. And what they did in California 2 days ago was just a preview. Again, they're just testing it. They're putting it out there so people can see these ICE agents walking around, driving around right outside polling places. And I'll get to it in a second. It's utterly illegal, but when the fuck has Donald Trump ever given a damn about the law? The point, guys, for all of us is using these armed federal agents to keep certain people from voting in key districts and in battleground states. It's just so horrible to say this. That's a key aspect of the president's plan to try to fuck with another American election. I mean, just think about that. Think about what I just said right there. The president of the United States has an elaborate plan to fuck with another American election. Think about that. This is a part of it. I've spent a lot of time, others have spent a lot of time walking through the various things that Trump is trying to do to mess with the election result in November. I just put this one in front of you today. ICE agents patrolling ballot places, stationed outside polling places, all with the clear goal of intimidating people and keeping certain people from voting. And we know who those certain people are, right? Primarily brown and black people from voting. It's a big part of Trump's plan. Now, to be clear again, and let's understand something. Administration officials in DHS and the Justice Department, in his cabinet, in border enforcement, they have all floated over the last 7 or 8 months the idea of needing to use ICE agents outside of polling places. When asked about it, they plead ignorance. Like, I don't know, maybe. Mark Wainmullen, now the head of DHS, said, yes. What did he say? Yes, I could see ICE agents at certain polling places to address a specific threat, he said. Steve Bannon, who's still got eyes and ears in with this administration, said just 2 months ago, when Trump stationed ICE agents at airports, he said, great testing ground, great training for the fall of November 26. When asked, administration official after administration official has either pled ignorance or said, maybe we'll have to, we'll see. Senate Democrats, House Democrats are aware of this. They've been screaming about it, trying to bring attention to it. Again, it should matter that it's illegal. Per federal law, federal officers are prohibited, banned from interfering with elections. Per federal law, any federal troops, any armed federal agents cannot be anywhere where there is an election being held. There are federal laws as well against voter intimidation. Placing ICE agents at polling places is utterly illegal per about 3 to 4 federal laws. Also illegal when it comes to most state laws. But again, when has the law ever mattered to that traitor in the White House? What can you do? What can we do? You can, I can, we all can. Just bombard your members of Congress in the House and Senate with emails that you are concerned about this threat. This is illegal. What are you doing about it? I would remind everybody that Donald Trump's $1.8 billion taxpayer-funded slush fund to go after his political enemies and reward his political friends is dead. Not officially yet, but it's pretty much dead because the American people rose up and said, fuck no. And even Republicans in Congress got that message, and Republicans in Congress told the president privately, fuck no. The same thing needs to happen here. You really can make a difference. 2 days ago, see, Trump's trying to get Americans used to this. Trump had ICE agents outside of a few polling places in California. He's just trying to get the American people used to it. It's a preview for November. You can make a difference. In Trump's world, he wants ICE agents all over polling places where brown and black people vote. Hell, he wants federal troops. You understand something. What he began last year when he sent the Marines to LA, when he said, I mean, let's not forget, Donald Trump said he may have to place federal troops in blue districts and blue states where there's trouble. Remember, part of Trump's strategy has always been this year to create such chaos on our streets that he feels compelled to call in federal troops. Yeah, right. To call on the declare martial law, call on the Insurrection Act, put troops on our streets. Trump's dying to do that. All illegal. If he can't do that, these armed federal ICE agents are his backup. That's what he'll settle for. And same thing, we're talking about armed federal officers right there outside of polling places to keep brown and black people from voting. And administration officials have said, well, right? How much have they been laying this groundwork? Well, there's a huge problem of non-citizens voting. Wayne Mullins said it the other day. Kristi Noem said it back when she had that job. There's a huge problem of non-citizens voting. So, you know what that means? So, even though DHS, Border Patrol, has absolutely no jurisdiction over American elections, I would remind everybody that American elections are the purview of state and local governments. Doesn't matter. They have been trying to present this issue of non-citizens voting as a humongous problem. It's not. It's all BS. But that will be part of their justification to keep brown and black people from voting. So what can you do? Same fucking thing we all did with the slush fund. Get on the horn, send emails to your members of Congress, both Republican and Democrat. Say this is illegal, not here. We don't do that in America. You do that in banana republics. You do that in third world dictatorships. We don't intimidate people from voting in America. What are you doing about it, Congressman, Senator? Quickly to the other issue in California that everybody's talking about. Hey, Keith, you got Trump's tweet. I'm just going to leave it at this. I'll be short with this one, guys. I have repeatedly called Donald Trump America's enemy. I believe Donald Trump, yes, the president of the United States, is an enemy of this country. I could give you 14 reasons why. Today, I'm just going to give you another one. Elections are the heartbeat of a representative democracy. Without elections, a representative democracy dies. Donald Trump, once again, is attacking America's elections. He has made a living off of attacking America's elections. If you are someone who purposely attacks our elections, if you are someone who lies about the legitimacy of our elections, if you are someone who does not accept the results of our elections, if you are someone who sows distrust in our elections, if you are someone who attacks our election process like Donald Trump does every election after election, you are our enemy. Right? What do you call somebody who attacks our elections? Our enemy. I mean, hell, Trump tried to overthrow one of our elections. He's putting out this shit. He put this out at like 3 o'clock last night. I don't know when it was, probably another late night, claiming Democrats are cheating in California because they're still counting votes and they'll be counting votes for a while. So right away, Trump says Democrats are cheating, fraud, corruption. It's all a lie. It's all a lie. Once again, the stolen election was a lie. And 80% of the Republicans still believe that. Here he goes again. And let's be, thanks, Keith. You can get that down. I'm going to say something right now that damn near every American should agree with. But in these partisan times, they won't. If every American would just put their partisan hate down for a moment, they should agree with the following. It's wrong that California takes so damn long to count votes. It's wrong. It's ridiculous. But it's also wrong to say that California taking a long time to count votes is voter fraud, is corruption. That's a lie, an outright lie. Every vote cast should be counted. And I would now everybody should agree with both of those points, right? California takes too damn long. Come on, California. I get it's complicated, and I get you got your own rules, right? And look, every vote should be counted. California has these very unique rules where a mail-in ballot, man, it just needs to be postmarked by election day. So these are votes that can be counted 5, 10, 15, 20 days beyond election day, as long as it's postmarked by election day. There are some other oddities, but for a lot of those reasons, California, and California is not alone, a number of states do this, where it takes a long time to count mail-in and absentee ballots. Now, every mail-in ballot should be counted, vote should be counted, and every absentee vote should be counted. The answer is to kind of change, either change the rules, California, or my God, can we like use some technology to speed up the process? But regardless, shame on Trump and shame on Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, who clearly wants to start running for president again because he's out there now saying that California Democrats are cheating. That's all a lie. What are they doing? They're counting every freaking vote. That's what they're doing. And in California, it takes a while. In other states, it takes a while. Don't you want every valid vote being counted? Hell yes. But we're so partisan today. Not everybody agrees with both of those statements. In fact, when I put both those statements, that it's wrong that it takes California so long to count the votes, and it's wrong to accuse California of cheating. They're not. They're just counting the votes. When I put those two statements in front of Democrats, Democrats always question point number one, attack me for point number one, and Republicans always attack me for point number two. Oh, it's fraud, Joe. They're cheating, Joe. They're cheating. I think the greatest harm Donald Trump has done to this country is to get people to lose trust in our elections. We have the safest elections process in the world. We always have. I got time, Keith. I got time. I still do TV, not as much. I couldn't, because I've never been able to do this. I've never been able to go on TV or give a speech or go on best and say anything. I just suck right now to be a media talking head who's a Trump supporter. It must just suck. Not that he's aware of it, but it must suck to be Sean Hannity these days. Sean Hannity goes on every day and just says the most mindless, stupid, I love Trump stuff, no matter what the issue. That must just suck. There was a Trump supporting talking head on CNN last night talking about tariffs and the harm that Trump's tariffs have caused his voters. And I listened to what she said, and I was flabbergasted. So I'm not going to say anymore. I'm just going to play it. Go ahead, Keith.
Or something along those lines. I think that's accurate. So we don't know how this is going to end. The problem is that the American people who voted for Donald Trump are hurting. They are bearing the cost of this war disproportionately because they are the ones struggling to pay for gas and struggling to pay for food. And this is a big problem for the president, and I don't know how aware he is of that. So he has two competing imperatives. He cannot get out without some sort of deal that is better than the JCPOA, and he has to somehow alleviate the pain and the suffering of working class Americans. In my view, the best way to do that is a stimulus check, and I don't know why this isn't on the table at all. I think he needs to give people some sort of a tariff rebate in order to get them through the summer months.
A tariff rebate?
Yeah, tariff rebate.
How about just get rid of the tariffs?
Well, we brought in 200.
Weren't you an advocate for the tariffs?
Yes, exactly.
So then why are you asking for a rebate?
That's exactly what a rebate is.
Give a stimulus check why you haven't done anything.
We brought in $200 billion in tariffs, and we should now take some of that money and give it to Americans who are struggling to pay for gas and groceries.
Hey, Keith, you can stop. You can stop, man. A tariff rebate she wants. This is a hardcore media Trump supporter who's saying out loud, admitting out loud that Donald Trump's policies are really fucking hurting Trump's voters. So at one level, I want to pat her on the back for saying that publicly. Trump's policies are hurting his voters, she said. The tariffs, the war. So yay on her for admitting that. Then she advocates for a tariff rebate. A tariff rebate. Like acknowledging the truth that the tariffs have done great harm to the American people. So what should we do? Give them a tariff rebate. And she was asked there, but you're a supporter of the tariffs, correct? She said yes. So you're a supporter of the tariffs. The tariffs have done great harm to Trump's voters. But you still support the tariffs. So give Trump voters a tariff rebate. And Abby Phillip, the host there, asked, why not just get rid of the tariffs? Do you see how hard it must be to be a talking head whose livelihood depends upon defending him? And I was in that world. I was in right-wing media. And I couldn't do it, so I got tossed out. But my God, Trump's tariffs have single-handedly wrecked this economy. I think it's every American household in 25 alone paid $1,500 toward Trump's tariffs. The American people paid for them. American businesses paid for them. They're bad, stupid policy. And oh, yeah, they're illegal. So, oh, yeah, they're being forced right now, the Trump administration is, in paying refunds to businesses for what they lost on Trump's tariffs. But oh my God, Trump needs to realize his voters are hurting. So don't get rid of the policy that's hurting them. Give them a rebate. It's like Trump came out 2 days ago because his tariffs have fucking wiped out farmers. So now he wants to ratchet back. He wants to give farmers a gift and ratchet back some of the tariffs. Excuse me, American farmers? You buying that? He threw tariffs down on you that have fucking wiped you out, and now he's going to ease back a little bit on the tariffs? How you like me now? Just cracks me up. Hey, does anybody know, last thing I want to talk about today, what a unicorn is? I know you know what a unicorn is. I used to love unicorns as a kid. What a unicorn startup is. A unicorn startup, privately held company, excuse me, with a valuation exceeding $1 billion. So we're talking about super successful American privately held companies. These are unicorn startup successful things that are doing great out there, providing benefits to the American people, employing a lot of people. These unicorn startups, examples of a unicorn startup, SpaceX, Airbnb, Uber, Instacart, that are already doing so well. You might not have known that immigrants play a role. I don't know if we have some of this data. There it is. Do we have, Keith? I'll find it. Bear with me, everybody, for a second. I think I've got it. Hey, Keith, you can pull that down because I gave you the wrong one. So hang with me for a second right here. I'm going to get, where is it? Here it is. Okay, found it. These unicorn startups, these amazingly successful American companies, Airbnb, Uber, Instacart, so many others. From this report on unicorn startups in America, get this. By the way, I'll lead this whole thing with immigrants are a good, great thing. America needs immigrants. This has always been the land of opportunity where immigrants can come and start a company and do well, right? This is great stuff. We need immigrants. We need smart, the best and brightest from around the world to come here and launch the Airbnbs, the Ubers of the world. From this report, get this. Immigrants founded or co-founded 455 of America's 775 privately held billion-dollar unicorn startups. Immigrants are responsible for 59% of all U.S. unicorns. 66% of all U.S. unicorns were founded or co-founded by immigrants or the children of immigrants. 79% of these most successful startup companies have either an immigrant founder or an immigrant in a key leadership role. The 455 immigrant-founded U.S. unicorns have a combined valuation of $5 trillion. That $5 trillion valuation is larger than the total stock market value of companies listed in all but 7 countries. The number of immigrant-founded unicorns rose from 50 in 2018 to 455 in 2026. Get this, 24% of all U.S. unicorn startup companies have a founder who first came to America. Immigrants to America co-found all U.S. unicorn startup. Immigrants are a great thing. White, black, brown, no matter where they come from. They provide great value to America. America needs them to keep growing, to keep being the most innovative, entrepreneurial country on the planet. We need to open our arms to and welcome immigrants. They are the best and the brightest. Just an important thing to remember in this Trumpist, anti-immigrant mindset that we live under now. The President of the United States, my former party, they want to build a wall around America and keep everybody out, especially brown and black people. If they're successful, America will no longer be the land of innovation, entrepreneurship, and opportunity. Thank God for immigrants. We need a lot more. Hey, thank you for listening. My Substack, Social Contract with Joe Walsh. .substack.com. I always forget that part. Thank you, Keith. Social Contract with Joe Walsh.substack.com. If you want to support my work, if you want to support my voice, keep this voice and mug out there. Subscribe to my Substack. That would be just great. I want to make a note about Paxos, our Know Your Rights tool to help immigrants and citizens in this country fight back against ICE legally and lawfully. It's out there. It's being used by thousands of immigrants and citizens every single month. Check it out. Go to Paxos.app. Paxos.app. Try it yourself. Share it with folks who you believe might need it. And as always, go to our GoFundMe page if you'd like and support Paxos. The more you support us, the more we can get it into the hands of the people who need it. Hey, thanks for listening, everybody. Have a great day. Be brave.
Thank you for listening. Remember to listen, follow, and share The Social Contract with Joe Walsh on Apple, Spotify. Plus, don't forget to subscribe to The Social Contract on Substack. This has been The Social Contract with Joe Walsh.